Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I'll bring you the Olight S1R. Oh, wrong mode, double click only. Instant turbo. I'm finally learning the UI. I can graduate uni now. Thank you. Alright guys, before we get this video started, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Skyban Amazon. They sent me this light for review. They sent it to me like the first day that it came out, or before that. I've had this light for a week and I've been able to test it, and in that time I've liked it. It's not pretty good, it is good. I'm still learning the UI one week later, but all you Olight loving freaks out there, you'll probably already know the UI and you'll school me in it anyway. So yeah, just thanks to Skyban Amazon. They left me a link. If you want to buy this light or any other lights, click the link. And also I got this up here now, but I realized I've seen so many other people do it on other videos that you're supposed to take off the lanyard first, but I've got it wrapped around my ear for extra safety. So when I'm going to go fishing now, if it does fall in the water, if my hat comes off, it should still be able to hold on to my ear. And this is coming from the person that once cast his rod and half my rod went in the ocean. Let's just show you what came in the packet. You get the light itself, the clip which is magically holding it on my hat, the box, which is this box here. Oh, I should move that back, the wrong way. You get the manual, and I gotta step off. You also get a Olight bag and the charging dock, which is now quite possibly broken because I'm holding it like a goober. What else? Oh, and you get the battery that comes in the light, because being a R series, it's rechargeable. Obviously, that's why the R's there are mateys. Alright guys, as I've already said, this is my first Olight product. I've always wanted one, but I never actually brought one. I thought price to performance was always decent, but I always kind of found other options. So now I've got one, and I love it. It's a great light. Man, those birds. Something always has to ruin my video. It's got all the options and all the features that you want in an EDC, plus even more. Basically, with it giving you 900 lumens, it blows any other light of this size out of the water. Even my BLF X5, which by the way is twice as big, gets blown out of the water. Albeit the BLF X5 is 1400 lumens. This light, because it's about half the size of that, it just blows it. We'll run through some options. So basically, it's got a Cree XML2, which is pretty sweet because you are paying a tiny bit more. It's good that they didn't use the XPG2, they used a more expensive emitter. Plus the XPG2s are run under a certain current, only produce about 700 lumens, recommended by Cree. TIR optics with balance beam. I was looking at the Olight S10s to buy a while ago, and they didn't have optics. They had a reflector and lens system, so I'm not sure if this is a completely new feature, but it is new to me looking at it. It comes with a side switch, electronic switch, which also has an indicator light underneath that can be used for different stuff. It's basically used to tell you when the lockout's on and when you got low voltage protection on. It's rechargeable. Obviously, it comes with a charging dock, so this is included too, which actually makes it great because it means if this is your only light that you want to EDC, that it's going to work out a little bit cheaper than buying a charger and a 900 lumen light anyway with the battery, because that's pretty much going to cost you the same, and you're not going to get it in such a small package. Also, because the light is only uses a 550 mAh battery, you're not going to get that long runtime. So it's great to have the charging dock too, because you will be using it a lot if you want to run 900 lumens. So as I just said, a 550 mAh battery, which is actually not on the high side, because if you're going to use a normal style 16340, like say for instance any brand, you can get them 650 to 700 milliamps, but there won't be a high discharge rate. So that's what you get. Bonus is the high discharge rate. Also a 750 mAh charger. So The charging inside here charges at 750 milliamps, which is pretty sweet. So you'll charge this battery from 0 to full in under an hour. I'm actually not at home and I'm outside filming, and that's the birds that are making the noise. Rainbow lorikeets, very nice looking birds, and they ran off now. Put the camera on them. Must be camera shy, but they are like awesome looking birds. That seemed to have scared them off. So now I forgot where I was up to. Lockout mode, whatnot. So being an electronic switch, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't the biggest fan of these, was because I had a SolarStorm SC03, which was similar, pretty much a clone of these. Also an electronic switch, and that used to turn on in my bag. But because Olight is a better brand than that, basically they give you the option of having a lockout where you can make this switch inactive unless you hold it for a set amount of time, and then it turns on. So also, as I was saying, in the switch is a low voltage indicator, reverse polarity protection on this light. So if you put the battery in upside down, which is the right way, if you put the battery in the normal way, which I'll show you in a minute, then it'll be upside down, which I just confused you. It's got a timer setting and a low standby current of below 30 microamps. So basically, because it uses an electronic switch, it's going to have a little bit of current draw constantly, which is the price you pay for having an electronic switch. And plus, you don't get that tactile feel that you love feeling. Okay, so the candela rating of 5,250 CD converts to 145 meters of throw, which will have to do with the TIR optics. I've been finding myself, it depends on what degree the optics are, how far it throws. Strobe is at 10 Hertz. The body is aluminum, so 6061 T6 aluminum alloy structure. It's got type 3 hard anodizing, which it does have a nice anodizing coat, which is also pretty strong. I've already dropped it myself. And stainless steel pocket clip. So literally, when I say this light is small, this light is small. It only weighs 54 grams, and its length is 6.6 centimeters and 2.1 centimeters across. So it is freaking small as. Alright, so that's all the specs done. Hopefully I got everything. I had it muggled in like 5 different pieces of paper. So one push on, that's moonlight mode, which is a whopping 0.5 lumens. Then you hold it, that'll be next mode, 12 lumens. Hold it again, that'll be mode 3, 60 lumens. Then you got mode 2, 300 lumens. And then coming up next, mode 1, 900 lumens. 900 lumens in such a small light. I can feel the heat coming out of this right now, and it's like freaking crazy. Look at how much light that is. So basically you just click it and then it turns off, and then it should have an automatic memory mode where if I just click it on again, it should go straight back to 900 lumens. So that's 900 lumens there, and I'll just click it off, and if I want to turn it back on, memory mode, 900 lumens again. So it remembers the last mode that you left it on. Alright guys, I really don't want to do this, but the modes to me are still confusing. I'm just only going to use it as a simple light, so turn on, and then I don't mind choosing my modes from there, because to me that's how I use all of my lights. But apparently 3 clicks and that will get you to strobe. So that's strobe there. I like the fact that it has a double click to turbo mode, because a couple of my night core lights have that too. And then basically to me that's all that I'll use besides this lockout. Alright guys, I'll show you how to program the lockout mode. So when the flashlight is off, press and hold the switch for about 2 seconds, and then it will go to moonlight mode and it will switch off. So now that's off, and then you simply push it quickly, and right now this should be in lockout mode. If it was dark, you'd be able to see the red indicator, but you can't. So now I'm pushing it and it's not turning on. So basically now if I want to turn it on, I got to hold it and then it will turn on. which will kind of alleviate the trouble you might have if you leave this in your bag and if it accidentally switches on, which is what electronic switches can sometimes do. So that helps it a lot. Now I just want to go outside, well I'm already outside, and use this light at night, but it's still daytime here, so I can't do that. So we'll quickly have a look around the light. Now this blew my mind. The battery sits back to front. You can see it's got a spring on that end. This is the battery here, very tiny. So the battery sits like this. Because it does have a magnetic tail cap, the battery does kind of get stuck. See how it's pulling up like this? That doesn't really matter. It's got protection like rubber on the negative, so it shouldn't short circuit, touch wood. The switch is here. The switch has a nice little bezel around it. A light underneath, as I've said like a million times. The TIR optics with the blue, because Olight's logos are blue. That's pretty much it. The light itself is a pretty cool shape. The knurling on it is aggressive, more aggressive than a lot of other lights, but not to where it's going to cut you. All the threads are very, very well cut, but you would expect it coming from a company like this. It already came lubed up too. Now basically that's pretty much all there is to show you on this light, unless I take it apart, which I don't particularly want to do. I might do it on another video. Size wise it's very small, as I've shown you before. That's my Xtar WK21, and this is my current EDC, the JetBeam MK2. See, the problem with people like me, yeah, we love our torches. If I've got probably got a lot of torches at home, maybe 30, and right now I'm away fishing and I'm carrying 4 torches with me, I really don't want like a million modes to remember. So I basically just want to turn the light on and just be able to change the modes. That's what I like, that's my personal preference, but everyone's different. Compared to these two lights, this is pretty much almost twice as bright. Because I stuffed the Xtar up, I put IMR cell in it. The Xtar is now a little bit brighter. Something stuffed up on it, I don't know what, but it is a fairly bright light. I reckon 600 lumens. The JetBeam is close to 600 lumens, and that Olight SR1 is 900 lumens and C rated. I'll also show you the charging dock in use. Battery pack here. Is that voltage? Turn on. Yes. So it's got a light here when it's red. So can you see that now? That's red. That means charging. And when it's fully charged, it'll be blue. All in all, I think it's a pretty great package, this light. Considering it comes with the charging dock and whatnot, it makes it like pretty easy to use as an EDC. So basically you just throw your charging dock and whatnot in the bag, and you even put the light in the bag because it doesn't come with a sheath. Skyben on Amazon, they gave me a sheath too, so if you buy from them they'll throw in a sheath, but the light itself doesn't come with a sheath. Basically, so you throw this all in the bag and then you're ready to go. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I got all the specs and whatnot, so we'll take it outside and we'll see how it does against these other two lights. Yeah, and then I'll put on a bigger light just to show you how bright this little thing actually is. Alright guys, we're out here with the Olight S1R. One long press and it puts you into moonlight mode. If you don't press it for that long, it's not going to go into moonlight mode. It's going to go straight into technically what would be low mode, but this is moonlight. You can probably just see that there. Yeah, you can, but it's not that bright. Push and hold to change up one mode, which will be, I guess technically moonlight is mode 5. So this will be mode 4, the 12 lumens. This should be mode 3, 60 lumens. Mode 2, 300 lumens. And mode 1, 900 lumens. So that's 900 lumens there from a tiny package. You can see it step down pretty quickly. I'm not 100% certain why it's doing that when I just charged it, but it did step down pretty fast there. So that's 900 lumens. But you can see it's not stepping down all the way to 300 after that short time. I think the battery could be going a little bit flat because I've been playing with it for a while now. But it does step down quite a bit. Turbo, so mode 1, 900 lumens, it says 0.5, but that's not seconds. That 0.5 should technically mean 30 seconds. And depending on what mode it is, it does usually last about 30 seconds, but right now it's stepping down. Alright, we'll cycle through the modes again. So your lowest, second lowest, this is 300 lumens here. So you can see, even though it stepped down, that for the 900 lumens it was still higher than 300 lumens, and that's your 900 lumens. Alright guys, now I've got the JetBeam Jet MK1 on highest mode. Then I'll double click the Olight S1R, which will be to the left, JetBeam to the right. I'll double click the Olight S1R and we'll put it on the 900 lumens and we'll see how bright it is compared to the JetBeam. Oh, that was 3 clicks. Okay, so you can see it outshines the JetBeam by like a lot. Even once it just stepped down, it still outshines it by heaps. Look at that. So you can see the Olight is a lot brighter. And this JetBeam is no slouch either. It's about 600 lumens. So Olight to the left, JetBeam to the right. We'll try it against the Xtar WK21 now. Alright guys, now I've got the Xtar WK21 on highest mode. It's got a SoShine 16340 in it right now. I actually tried to use that SoShine 16340 in the Olight S1R, but I tripped the protection because it was pulling too much current. I got Fire IMR cells, 16340s. They work fine in the Olight S1R, but obviously they can't be charged in the stock charger. So we'll double click and put the S1R on. Okay, so you can see it absolutely blasts the WK21. Even once it's stepped down now, it still blasts it easy. So WK21 here, Olight S1R here. So it kills it. So we'll cycle through the modes and see how it does. So this should be 300 lumens. No, actually that might have been 900 lumens, sorry. So this should be the 300 lumen settings here. So you can see in these 300 lumen settings that the WK21 is brighter, but once you step it up to turbo, you can see it runs it down easy. Next test will be a Convoy S2 Plus, which is running at about 3 amps. This should be a pretty fair fight actually. Alright guys, this is the Convoy S2 Plus. A little bit different. It's actually tuned by me. I had a problem with the XML2 in it, so I ended up putting a XPG2 on a Noctigen the direct thermal path board. You can see it is bright. Obviously it's running at about 3 amps, but you can see the color tint is pretty neutral, but it should still be around about 1000 lumens, somewhere around about there. We'll put the S1R on now. So you can see the S1R appears to be brighter than this full-size Convoy 18650 flashlight, the S2 Plus. So that's the S1R to the left, Convoy to the right. You can see the XPG2, because the die size is smaller than the XML2, that it is a little bit more throwier looking. You can't really compare them too much because this tint on the S2 Plus is pretty neutral. You can see the difference in the tint, but it is like pretty cool to see that this is running a Nange 105C driver, and I stacked on some extra chips, so it's got 8x7135, so it is pretty much 3 amp S2 Plus. And this Olight S1R is keeping up with it pretty cool. Even once it's stepped down now, you can see it's still doing just as good job. So now it's stepping down a little bit more because the voltage in the battery is getting lower. But if we cycle through, so this is the Olight S1R here, so lighting up that much, and this is the S2 Plus. So you can see it lights up as much as well and as much yard as the S2 Plus. Alright guys, that's pretty much all the test I have. This has been Chris from Everyday Survival Gear, bringing you the Olight S1R. As always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I know I was kind of blabbering on a bit with this test, but I was just trying to give you a EDC guide of why you should get this light. Alright, thanks for watching guys.